Today I'm going to show you how I created this video using this automation and how disappointed I am that it took me so long to do this because it is push button easy. In this video, I'll walk you through the process so that you can do this same thing yourself, or you can join my community down below and get all of my business automation blueprints and my help to set them up. Let's
Okay,
watch
so
this clip.
you know how everyone's talking about these faceless YouTube channels and
Yeah.
how they're quietly making money and
Yeah.
you've got these amazing stories you want to share.
Mm-hmm.
But making the videos
It's just
feels
hard.
like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're diving into how to turn your stories into those kind of videos.
Now it's easy for small business to repurpose your text website content into engaging short-form video that captures attention with no need for expensive camera and lighting. You don't even need a smartphone. I'm going to share how to repurpose one video from TikTok over to YouTube and Instagram and others automatically. By the end of this video, you'll know how to build content ideas that turn into engagement, leads, and sales that are specific to your business and service. If you are an established local service business whose search engine traffic has dried up and you need to transition and put your content where your audience is, or if you're a home-based entrepreneur looking to make money online, today you'll learn how to create high-quality video at super low cost. This way you can build your visibility and your audience no matter what changes come from the search engines or the social platform. Now I'm going to show you how I use AI to create some videos that are building leads and turning into sales and revenue, and I think this will work no matter what type of business you're in. This will work for any different business because we're going to find out what questions your customers are asking, and then we're going to ask this AI to explain how your business solves those questions. Finally, we'll turn that into a video. So let me walk through the first few steps myself. I already have a podcast set up here, but I'm going to delete it because I've already downloaded it and I've already processed that into a video. But what I want to do now is go over to Perplexity AI and I'm asking, what are the questions that businesses have about creating video content on TikTok, Instagram, and Shorts? What other platforms are they using? So now I have a series of questions that I got from Perplexity that I can give to Notebook LM and ask it to explain how my business solves these problems. And now the second step is I've asked Perplexity to turn those 10 questions into a 200-word prompt, and I think this is a bit too long to go inside that LM. Let's see how it goes. I'll take that whole prompt and I'll put it in here, and it doesn't work. It must be 500 characters. So after getting the prompt narrowed down tightly enough to have the question, I'm now generating the conversation that we'll use in the promotional video. I started off practicing these promotional videos. This was my first attempt at it. I'll mute it, but I'll just show how I used an animation so that I could show where the one voice and the other voice were speaking. And then I put an image in the background and I did the same thing so that it has the animation showing when each voice is speaking. Helps a little bit with engagement. I thought that was pretty cool. Then I used Kling AI to animate the images and I put a different overlay so that we can see the voice and we can see the person going back and forth. And I broke up the video with different overlays to get different attention in there. I also reprocessed these videos into a long format, the narrow format, and I put them up onto TikTok, and that was automatically reshared over to YouTube using the service called Repurpose.io, and there's a referral link down below for this Repurpose service. Now we've talked about how to take all of your business information and put it into Google Notebook LM so that you can study your own services. And then we talked about how to go out to Perplexity and find out the questions that people are asking about your service. Finally, we took that and we turned it into a prompt so that we can have this system answer for us based on our business. So as we get back to this, now we have a new interview style podcast put together here, but there is this interactive mode where I can start playing the podcast and I can interrupt the two hosts and have them answer my own personal question. So now, instead of the generic thing that they've pulled together here, I want to ask some of these specific questions in here. So I'm going to get them to give me a specific step-by-step plan of producing a video for TikTok. How can I create a 60-second TikTok video, what's the tools and processes that will help me do that? So let's see what happens here.
Okay, so you're back with this for another deep dive, and you're probably here because you see how these really short videos on TikTok and Reels and YouTube Shorts really grab people's attention.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially for businesses, I think it's huge.
You want to stand out. You don't want to get lost in the endless scroll, right?
Right. And I think what's really interesting now is that we've got these super smart tools, AI and automation that can help us not just keep up with all these videos that people are making, but actually do it better, do it smarter. Oh, wait, someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
Hey guys, I was just wondering if you could give me a 5-step plan using automation to create short form video that'll help my business transition from text-based content for search engine optimization and appear in all of these different social platforms.
Oh, that's a fantastic question.
Yeah, that's exactly what we've been diving into.
Based on what we've been looking at, we can definitely sketch out a 5-step plan for you.
Okay, let's unpack this for you.
So step 1 would be using AI to brainstorm those engaging story ideas that fit those short formats.
Right, think about those do and show or problem agitate solve structures we mentioned.
Step 2 involves using AI-powered tools to help you create eye-catching visuals and maybe even some simple animations to go with your story.
Exactly, you don't need to be a design expert anymore.
Then for step 3, you'd leverage AI to figure out the trending topics and the best keywords for all those different social platforms you want to be on.
You want to make sure people can actually find your videos.
Step 4 is all about using automation to schedule your video posts consistently across all your chosen platforms.
That way you're staying active without having to manually post every single day.
And finally, step 5 focuses on using automation to track how your videos are performing so you can see what's working and refine your strategy.
So what does this all mean for you? It means you can definitely make that transition.
And actually make them without spending a ton of money, because that's a big thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we're going to talk about that and then how to turn those views, those likes into actual business results. Like how do we make money? How do we measure if it's working and keep our brand consistent no matter where we're posting?
And all the stuff we've been reading recently, I think it really shows how AI and automation are becoming like essential for doing this, right?
Totally. So
Absolutely amazing, because I can continue to go on with conversation after conversation, and each one of those answers now I can package into a short form video. And this is where the automations come in. So first of all, I can take my own ideas, just that little bit of a content, and I can feed it into my spreadsheet and put the idea in here. Then a second automation takes that long style format and crunches it down into a 40-second video script. We send it off to 11 Labs, so I don't even have to record my own voice, and it changes it into a voice. It reads out that 40-second script and sends it to my Google Drive. Then it's going to take that script for the long script and it's going to change that into 10 different images that I can use inside my videos. So for this automation, I have it set up in 2 different phases, and this would be adjusted for any different business who's working with me. If you want to contact me and get something similar to this set up, we would adapt this to be specific for your style of information based on your business, and it would have a 40-second video script that matches your style. Then we would have the 11 Labs turn it into an audio, and we would have the prompts put into the spreadsheet here. So our basic idea, the long story, the short script, then we have a link to the audio, plus we'll have the 10 different prompts here that we'll use in the next step. The next step will take each of those prompts and it runs it through this machine to create the images that we are going to stitch together into our videos. The final step is to take the audio that we created either through the podcast interview or through the 11 Labs automation here through this process, and we're going to take the collateral and we're going to take the images and the video and we're going to stitch them together for production. So now we can see how to take our own business information, take our customers' questions, and then have the artificial intelligence answer the question about how our business solves those problems. We can use the automation to take our story, the transcript from that conversation, and turn it into the image prompts. Then our second automation takes those image prompts, turns them into the images, the collateral, and the videos that we can use inside our content. Bring that research, all those answers and those original content and images into your video editor, and you're ready to turn your message into a video format that you can put out onto TikTok and then reshare using Repurpose.io across all the different platforms. Then, as a final step, once you have all of your video created, you take the information and you turn it into a blog post over on your website. And inside the blog post, you embed your social media videos. All of this turns into several different ways to draw your customers in by answering their question in a video format, matches your website and your offering. I hope you found this really helpful for your business or your business idea. If you'd like help setting this up, be sure to join my community down below. We'll set up a half-hour intake call and I will ask you all the questions about your business, your idea, your goals, and we will see if this matches for you. Thanks again for watching all the way through. Stay safe, everyone. Here's to your success.